Hello and welcome to Miss Charlotte Astrology. My name is Miss Charlotte. I'm a full-time working astrologer, and on this channel I analyze the astrological charts of public figures. And while very often they are celebrities, I am finding myself analyzing the charts of more and more royal family members. And today I will be analyzing the chart and the transits of Princess Catherine of Wales, whom I've already done an astrological reading on like 5 months ago, but she's popped up in the news again because she's gone missing and there's all these conspiracy theories like what's going on. And so I just wanted to touch upon her chart again and just talk about the situation that is at hand and some of the placements that tell me that she's not very happy with this family. So guys, I'm a citizen of the United Kingdom. I'm half English. I have a dual citizenship actually with Australia and the UK. And I can tell you from growing up in this culture and having lived in the UK that, and also just being someone that is interested in history, that the royal family are not this virtuous institution. Like, they are notorious for abusing the women that marry into this family. Look at the way they treated Princess Diana, and I just did a reading on her. She sounded the warning alarms 30 years ago, and people just completely blindly ignore that. Like, oh, we love Diana, she's dead, so she's a saint now, and then they forget what she said, right? The trauma that Princess Diana had experienced, the trauma inflicted upon her, has trickled down through the generations, and now it is Kate and it is Meghan and it is Harry and it is William that are experiencing this abuse all over again. And you know what happens to a lot of victims of abuse? They eventually participate in abuse if they're not healed. So makes a lot of sense to me. So if I have a look at these transits, you can see that all up here in the green. Let's talk about the placements that tell me that all is not well in her life. Okay. Sun in Capricorn, it's playing into the 6th house. So she's someone at a very early age who's quite athletic and quite fit and healthy. Her South Node is here as well. I think she was praised a lot for being a dutiful young lady and for being so pretty and for being a people pleaser and following all the rules. And she's a very, very determined, ambitious woman, right? A Capricorn sun in the 6th house, that's a Capricorn, but that's also like a very Virgo-like Capricorn, like very disciplined and very dutiful and hardworking and very much praised for it. Like, this is a woman who can climb up to the top of the mountain like a Capricornian goat and get to where she wants to be. It may take her a decade, and it did, but she got to her throne. Okay? Now, South Node and the Sun are there, and this is where she's going. North Node with the Moon. Destiny is to become a mother and to have a family, but also to lose that control that she was so praised for in the very beginning. When you have your North Node and the Moon play out in the 12th house, there has to be a go with the flow attitude. There has to be there needs to be an understanding that you have to succumb to God and find God. And very often that is a loss of control. That is a surrender. And she did surrender. She has surrendered. I think she's trying to fight through it. But in becoming a mother, she becomes a slave. The 12th house is associated with heaven and hell and the insane asylum. The 12th house are the things that are hidden. The 12th house are secrets and secret enemies. Now, the moon, the home, the domestic sphere playing out in the 12th house as secret enemies. Think about it. Think about how the royal courts work. Think about the men in grey suits that Diana warned us about. Do you think that they left Catherine alone? Or do you think that they've made sure that she stayed under their thumb for as long as possible until she broke? Her moon is at 18 degrees, which is the Virgo degree. So, and her North Node is at the 22 degree kill or be killed. So I think that she was very ruthless in her very intentional climb into William's bed and into the royal throne. I think she probably made a lot of enemies along the way. But it is through her submission, and it is through you know, her cooperation and remaining under the thumb of the authority, that she eventually came into her power. But now she's probably losing her mind and losing her health. Like, this is not necessarily the healthiest place for the moon and north node to be, especially when it's not very well aspected. Let's move out. Do you see any blue lines with this moon and this north node? Do you see any of that? Also, keep in mind that she's fulfilled all her duties in producing heirs. She's got an heir, and she produced an heir, and she produced 2 spares. She's done. The broodmare needs to be put out to pasture. She's fulfilled her duty, and that's it. All she's got to do is to smile, that $1 million smile, and to look pretty. And she's done her best, and she did that very well. But the North Node has moved through Taurus and is now entering Aries, and then it will move closer and closer to her 8th house, which is the divorce and transformation house. It's the house of many, many things. So this is a time of reflection. This is a time of release with the South Node moving through Libra. Libras right now are going through their villain eras, because the South Node, which is the thing that whatever's on the South Node or near the South Node, is a thing that you have to learn to let go and to release. And if the South Node is moving through her Libra placements and it's going over her Mars through the 3rd house of the royal courts, I wonder who she's cutting off. I wonder who she's getting angry at. I wonder what she's had enough of. Because this is a very competitive 3rd house. And look at all these red lines to her moon. Who is she fighting? There is a conflict between what she needs, her emotional needs, and she needs warm hugs and she needs comfort. And I think she just wants to have a burger, okay? I think she wants to chill. She wants to lie in bed all day and not be bothered. I think she's tired. She seems tired and hungry for not just that burger, but for freedom. And she's in this prison. And there's a lot of pressure in this 3rd house with the men in grey suits and the royal courts and these fake friends that she's had to be nice to for so many years. Like, this is not comfortable for her. Her having to navigate the rough waters of the royal courts has led to her emotional turmoil. And the North Node in Aries, that's her nodal square. After having that baby, I think she had her 3rd baby. She had her 3rd child, Louis, I think right on her nodal return, or maybe even just before. I think it was, yeah. So she's done all of her duty. She achieved her destiny. What's next after this? What else is there? Just to keep being this still, pretty, quiet princess, this icon with no depth to her. We don't know who she is. People love her, but they don't know her. This is who she is. This is who she is. She's a Cancer moon. She's emotionally messy. She's got issues with control. She has a ruthlessness about her, which I think is quite beautiful, that is hidden. Like, she's a very dynamic person, but she's not allowed to be. She's not allowed to show that. She has no voice. Like, I feel like she's incredibly intelligent as well. Her Mercury is exalted in Aquarius. Like, she wants to have a voice, and she's not allowed because it's in a conjunction with her Venus, which is in retrograde. So there's disappointing relationships. I feel like she marries someone that doesn't appreciate her with this placement. It's squared off with the midheaven. Her midheaven ruler playing out in the sign of her descendant is like, her career comes from partnership. Her job is to be in a relationship, and there's not a lot of room to speak. She just has to appear on someone's arm, and that's it. This is very uncomfortable. I think she's also in her 7th house perfection year from memory. I think it's 7th house perfection, even if it's 8th house perfection. So she's dealing with a change up in relationships and business, platonic and romantic relationships are the theme of this year for her at 40. Is she 42? I think she's 42. Yeah? 42. She's turning 40. Something like that. 41, 42. That makes a lot of sense. So she's going through a bit of a divorce transit. I'm not saying that she's going to get divorced. In fact, I don't think they will. They made her sign a bunch of prenups when she got married to William, because they could not have, Buckingham Palace could not have another Diana on its hands. Ironclad prenuptial agreement. Absolutely. Absolutely. You kidding me? They just can't deal with that ever again. They'd sooner kill her than let that happen again. Look what happened to Diana. Saturn is moving through the 8th house of sex, death, and marriage. That's not an easy transit. A lot of people can get married at this time, or they do experience like a sudden loss of either money or someone close to them, or there is some kind of just like a heavy like marriage trouble. It doesn't mean that she's going to get divorced, but there is some regret or there's some kind of reflection that is going on in regards to her intimate relationships and the sorting out of shared finances, shared money, shared things, shared real estate. So if she, through this health crisis and has gone through this big break, this sometimes health issues and bed rest can make you really reflect on other things in your life. Sometimes it's the medicine that you need. Sometimes when you don't take care of yourself and you're giving to everybody, as she has done, given her whole youth, her body, everything to the whole world, and now her body has broken down, and now she has time to actually just take a bit of a vacation, a painful vacation. Now she's rethinking her relationships and her role in the royal family. So based on her natal placements and based on these transits, no doubt in my mind that she is rethinking her role, or she is having some regrets. I personally don't think that she's ever going to get a divorce from William. I just don't think that. I'm open to being wrong, because if she breaks up with him, it's going to might make me like her a little bit more, I'll be honest. These transits are all quite difficult. The sun through the 8th house as well. This has been a very dark period. If the sun is moving through your 8th house, you're going to be dealing with a lot of paranoia and fears, potentially fights. Not an easy transit. Mars is moving through her 7th house, and that's been that way for what, like a month already, something like that. So there's fighting going on. I think she's probably arguing with the people that are closest to her, the people, like, whether it be her staff that have to work in partnership with her, or literally her husband. There's fights going on. Even if it's like passive aggressive, I'm not talking to you. It might be fights through text or email, or just giving someone the cold shoulder. I don't want to deal with you. I just want bed rest. But the planet of war is transiting through her 7th house of peaceful partnerships over her social planet. So there is tension there. There are fights there. Now, the North Node is in the sign of war in her 9th house. The 9th house is publication. So maybe I'm not sure. Maybe she's stepped away from it, but her not saying anything says a lot. I don't buy for a moment that she edited that photo. I just don't buy that the Princess of Wales did that shitty editing. They have a whole team of people in the comms office. They have a comms team, right? And she's the one that edited a photo for the official Instagram. No. Absolutely. So sick that she probably really lost her temper when that happened. She's like probably lost her shit, and she's like, nah, I'm not going to appear. They're saying it could take her 9 months to recover from this, so maybe they're just biding their time trying to figure out what to do. Jupiter is, and the moon, the moon is not there now, but I took this screenshot of her chart on a day where I think they were talking about Rose Hanbury being in the news again, and like the theory around her and William's relationship. This is a very painful placement, because moon going through the 10th house, especially of your Chiron, you might be very emotional that day, and everybody sees it because the 10th house is a public house. The moon is a destabilizing planet when it comes to public appearances. Like, this is crying in the office, or crying in public, or something like that. Obviously she hasn't done it in front of the camera, but I think her emotions are very obvious to the people that are immediately around her. So this was not a good day for her. And of course, Jupiter moving through the 10th house, she is adored. Like, you know how I said in the previous reading, if you did watch it, because her Chiron is here, the more in pain she is, the more people love her. And even me, I'm kind of like, I'm in two minds about her. I don't wish her, like, I just feel like she's for me personally, I just can't relate. But I did notice since she's gone through this, it made me like her a bit more, thinking, oh, maybe she's like had enough of William's shit. Like, I love a powerful woman who's just like, I don't take your shit. I have more respect for that than a doormat. And if she is being rebellious and she's being less doormatty, I'm like, yes, love it. Even me, even I love her when she's a bit more wounded. You see how sick this is, having Chiron in the 10th house, and you've got Jupiter, this like gallant, lucky, beautiful planet moving through the midheaven over this Chiron. It's just blowing up her pain, blowing up her insecurities, especially around her physical appearance, because if she has had abdominal surgery, she probably doesn't look that great and she looks unhealthy. So she's insecure about that. She's a Leo rising. They want to look good all the time. So, and she's very concerned about her appearance. So, you know, not showing her face and having this sickness be so public, even though we don't know exactly what it is, but everybody knowing that she's unwell is just making her more popular. Even the idea that her marriage is on the rocks is making her more popular because people love to see her suffer. That's not how we're all, you know, translating it in our heads. Like, yes, I love that she's in pain. Like, none of us love it, but we love her more when she's in pain. That's what this is about. Jupiter gives honor and glory and abundance and a great reputation to that midheaven when it moves over the midheaven. And she's getting that. She's getting that. And it's through her pain that she looks even more honorable and becomes more popular. So it's like a promotion. I know she's literally not getting promoted, but she's getting the Diana treatment. She truly is getting the Diana treatment. Also, she's being thrown under the bus by Buckingham Palace. They threw her under the fucking bus. Prince William allegedly took that photo, and then Kate is copping the blame for altering it. Like, oh, the Prince of Wales couldn't, he, don't look at him. He didn't do anything. Kate did it. Throw the fucking bus. Seriously. Guys, don't trust Buckingham Palace. The AP, what was it? The AFP, all these photo agencies have now declared Buckingham Palace untrustworthy, and they've put it into the same pot or bucket as North Korea in regards to like their propaganda and their pictures. Like, nothing's trustworthy anymore. So yeah, Buckingham Palace, the royal family, all of that, they're no longer considered a reliable source. And people go on and on about how Meghan and Kate are liars. The fucking AP, the photo agencies they would trust Harry and Meghan's team more than Buckingham Palace now, so, and for good fucking reason. So Diana was telling us all about this 30 years ago. 30 years ago, guys. You didn't think that they were going to do this to sweet Kate after she, like, bent over and licked their asses for 20 years? Now she's had enough and her tongue hurts and she wants to just be free. And she doesn't want to be sick, and she doesn't want these rumors about her family and her husband and the affairs and da-da-da-da. Like, this is stressful. This poor woman. She's done the best she can. She has my sympathy. Absolutely. Poor thing. Anyway, I don't think that she's been happy for quite a while. I'm looking at her placements. And she doesn't have a lot of comfort. Her job is to give comfort to others. And her job is to be this selfless princess, this messiah-like figure. Like, let me just, like, die on the cross for you. Like, that's her job. And she better watch out. Because what do they do traditionally with princesses? Princesses, I mean, they've been offing them for hundreds and even thousands of years. They're just collateral damage. This is Game of Thrones, guys. And they threw her under the bus. Kate, I hope you get what you want. I hope she gets exactly what she wants. She deserves the world. So, yes, go Kate. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. I think I'm done here. I think we're good. What do you think about Princess Catherine? Were you a fan? Are you not a fan? Are you starting to like her a little bit more because she seems like she's getting rebellious? I love a woman who's badly behaved. I feel like she's getting sassier. And I love a sassy girl. I hope she's calling up Meghan and Harry and be like, oh my God, you won't believe what happened to me. And then like, yes, we do believe. Anyway, thank you so much, guys. I will see you in the comment section. I'll see you in the next video. Everything is linked down below. If you want my readings, they are 50% off and 30% off, and I've got courses down there. And please like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you so much for your support. Love you. Bye.